Introduction. Welcome back to my channel, everyone. If you're here, it's likely because you're on a twin flame journey or you're deeply intrigued by the concept. Maybe you've met your twin flame, or perhaps you're still waiting for that divine connection. Either way, today's video is one that's going to resonate with many of you. The topic we're diving into is one that's often shrouded in mystery, confusion, and a lot of emotional turmoil. The reasons why your twin flame avoids meeting you or is afraid to love you back. We're going to peel back the layers of this complex topic, exploring the deep spiritual, emotional, and psychological reasons behind why your twin flame may be avoiding you or is hesitant to fully embrace the love you're offering. So if you've been struggling with this, stick around. This video might just give you the insight you need. 1. The intensity of the connection. Let's start with the most obvious, yet the most profound reason: the sheer intensity of the connection. Twin flame connections are not your average relationships. They are characterized by an overwhelming intensity that can shake the very core of your being. Imagine meeting someone who mirrors your soul, your deepest fears, insecurities, and even your darkest shadows. It's a connection that goes beyond the physical, tapping into the emotional, spiritual, and even the subconscious aspects of who you are. This level of intensity can be utterly terrifying. For many twin flames, especially those who are not spiritually awakened or who are still grappling with their own personal issues, this intensity can be overwhelming. They might feel as though they're losing control, and in an attempt to regain it, they might choose to pull away, avoid you, or run from the connection altogether. This is often referred to as the runner phase in twin flame dynamics. 2. Unresolved emotional wounds. Another significant reason why your twin flame may be avoiding you is due to unresolved emotional wounds. Twin flame relationships often serve as a mirror, reflecting back all the unhealed parts of ourselves. When your twin flame looks at you, they might see not only their greatest potential, but also their deepest wounds. These unresolved issues could stem from past relationships, childhood trauma, or even past life experiences. When these wounds are triggered, it can create a sense of fear, anxiety, and a strong urge to escape. They might avoid meeting you or loving you back because, deep down, they know that to fully embrace this connection, they have to face these unresolved issues, and that's a daunting task. In many cases, the twin flame journey is as much about healing as it is about union. Your twin might need time to confront and heal these wounds before they can fully open up to you. And sometimes that healing process requires distance. 3. Fear of vulnerability. Vulnerability is another major factor at play here. When it comes to twin flames, the level of vulnerability required to sustain the connection is immense. Being with your twin flame means exposing yourself, your soul, completely. This level of exposure can be incredibly scary for some people, especially if they've been hurt in the past. They may fear that by allowing themselves to be vulnerable, they're risking being hurt again, and this fear can lead to avoidance. For your twin flame, the thought of letting you see their true self, including their flaws, weaknesses, and insecurities, might be too much to bear. They might fear that you'll reject them once you see who they truly are, or that the intensity of the connection will somehow consume them. This fear can create a barrier, causing them to keep you at arm's length. 4. Spiritual awakening and alignment. Another reason why your twin flame might be avoiding you is that they are not yet spiritually awakened or aligned. Twin flame connections are deeply spiritual in nature. Often, they require both individuals to be on a similar wavelength, spiritually speaking, for the relationship to flourish. If your twin flame is still caught up in the material world, focused on ego-driven pursuits, or simply not yet in tune with their spiritual path, they may not be ready to embrace the connection. In some cases, they might not even recognize the significance of your bond, or they might dismiss it as just another fleeting relationship. This misalignment can lead to avoidance, as they're not yet ready to meet you on the spiritual level that this connection demands. Sometimes it's a matter of divine timing. They might need to undergo their own spiritual awakening before they can fully step into the twin flame dynamic. 5. The fear of losing independence. For some twin flames, the fear of losing their independence is a huge factor in why they might avoid meeting you or resist loving you back. Twin flame relationships are deeply interconnected, and this can sometimes feel like a loss of individuality or personal freedom. Your twin flame might be afraid that by fully committing to this relationship, they'll lose their sense of self. They might worry that the connection will become all-consuming, leaving no room for their personal goals, dreams, or even other relationships. This fear can manifest as avoidance, as they struggle to reconcile their desire for connection with their need for independence. They might push you away, not because they don't care, but because they're afraid of losing themselves in the relationship. 6. The influence of external factors. Sometimes it's not just internal fears and struggles that cause your twin flame to avoid you. External factors can play a significant role as well. These can include family obligations, societal expectations, cultural differences, or even existing relationships. Your twin flame might feel a deep connection to you, but external pressures and circumstances might make it difficult for them to fully commit to you. For example, they might be in a marriage or relationship that they're not ready to leave, or they might have responsibilities that they feel obligated to prioritize over their own happiness. These external factors can create a sense of conflict within them, causing them to avoid the connection, even if they feel drawn to you on a soul level. It's a tough position to be in, and sometimes they might need time to resolve these external conflicts before they can come into union with you. 7. Fear of the unknown. Lastly, there's the fear of the unknown. Twin flame relationships are unlike any other. They often involve stepping into uncharted territory, confronting deep spiritual truths, and embarking on a journey that can be both exhilarating and terrifying. Your twin flame might be afraid of what this connection will bring into their life. They might fear the changes it will trigger, the growth it will demand, and the unknown future it will lead them into. This fear of the unknown can be paralyzing, causing them to avoid the connection altogether. They might prefer to stick with what's familiar, even if it's not fulfilling, rather than take the leap into the unknown with you. This fear can be one of the hardest to overcome, as it requires a deep level of trust both in the universe and in the connection itself. Conclusion. So, there you have it. 7 powerful reasons why your twin flame might be avoiding you or is afraid to love you back. It's important to remember that this journey is unique for everyone, and the reasons I've discussed today may not apply to every situation. However, understanding these potential factors can help you navigate the complexities of your twin flame relationship with more compassion and insight. If you're in this situation, my advice is to focus on your own growth and healing. Often, when you work on yourself, your twin flame will naturally begin to align with you. Trust the process, trust the journey, and remember that everything happens in divine timing. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more content on twin flames, spiritual growth, and personal development. Leave a comment below if you've experienced any of these challenges with your twin flame. I'd love to hear your stories and insights. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay connected to your